Well, good evening, folks.
Steve-O, Eagle Nation, how you doing out there?
So Derek and Steve here with you. We're about to have a bit of a ceremony here tonight. We're going to do a little playoff preview as the announcers, and then we're going to have a T-shirt signing here. Our seniors and all the teams are going to do that. We're going to have a team dinner tonight.
Right.
And so Watauga Eagles getting ready for playoffs, right?
Exactly. This is how we do it, Steve, and I'm liking this right now, and just kind of, gearing up for, a journey that's, hopefully going to be kind of last a month or two.
Right.
You know what I mean, Steve? So, appreciate the administration letting us come out and do this and broadcast these, especially the seniors who are, getting ready to enter their final high school playoff run, so we'll get a chance to kick back. We'll talk to some coaches tonight, Steve. We'll talk to Coach Gallagher. We'll talk to Coach Campos and kind of see which way they're going, how they're feeling right now, and just kind of pat them on the back really for, a great season. And, let's get geared up for, a nice run.
Just to recap a little bit how this week is going so far. Here it's Thursday night. We had a big set of games on Tuesday night. The girls walked away with a win against Cashion.
Exactly. A huge win for the girls against Cashion.
Gosh, that felt so good to beat Cashion, didn't it?
Exactly. It can beat Cashion in anything.
Buddy.
Beat Cashion in anything. So, it was a great night of basketball.
I want to beat Cashion in everything. I want to beat them in Quiz Bowl. I want to beat them in checkers. I want to beat them in football.
Exactly.
Baseball, basketball, everything. So
exactly. Horseshoes. We don't care. We want to beat you, So we were able to split, Steve, 1-1.
1-1.
And with the boys only losing by 1 point to a very, very top-ranked basketball team, which was even more impressive. I can't wait to talk to Coach Gallagher about that.
Oh, me too. That was such a exciting game, and then I'm sure a disheartening loss for the guys. But you know what, Derek? You and I talked about this the other night, and we talked about it on the drive home. Watauga basketball, boys basketball, put themselves in a position to win that game.
Yes.
And as a fan, as I'm sure a coach, I know having been as a player, that's what you want, right? And some of those don't go your way.
No,
they don't. You don't win 100% of the time when you put yourself in a position to win. But what you want is to be in that. Every player wants to be in that position.
Exactly. In that position with a chance to win it. We're one tip in, from walking away with a huge one of the biggest victories, we've had around here in a long time.
Yep.
And I kind of did some. I was talking to the coaches yesterday actually. And Cashion beat Dale. Dale is the number one team in the state.
The big dogs.
So Cashion beats them, and we played them pretty tough, Steve. This is going to be fun.
Well, so, from Cashion's perspective, this is on the boys' side. Girls walked away with a loss walking into the playoffs. So, love, being able to hand them that little handshake as an Eagle fan. But, the boys' team walk away, and that's a moral loss for them.
Right.
They lost that game in every respect except on the scoreboard.
No doubt, Steve, no doubt. And I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, you're fine.
It was just at the end, when the game was over, you could tell that they got away with one.
Yeah, they squeaked one out.
Got away with one, and the way the bracket is breaking down now. And don't quote me 100%, but this is talking to Coach Cole yesterday. It could be a rematch with Cashion, Steve. The last game of area to make it to state, and how amazing would that be, and how fun would that be to be able to call that game?
That would be fun. To get to see that rematch. I don't think that Cashion has it in them to take this Eagle team one more time.
No, not after what we've seen last night. On Tuesday night, we played them tough. Gave them our best shot. I don't even think we played our best game.
No, I don't think so either.
Reyes wasn't, hitting. Wilson gets in foul trouble, so those are key factors that helped him, squeak out a win. But we're here tonight, and all focus tonight is on what's coming up this weekend and the next couple of weekends.
That's right. Steve. So, Derek, what do you think? Should we snag a coach and see if we can get some?
The thing about it is the first time we've done this, that I've done it, and I don't know if this ceremony needs to take place first, or do we need to kind of go ahead and do it now? So we'll find out. It's up to you, whatever you like.
So. I think
you want to start with Coach Campos?
Yeah, I think so. I'd like to grab Coach Campos and get her over here and get a little chat going with her.
Sounds good to me. Let's see if she is available. I will look at her.
She may be over there working on order of things for the season.
Yeah, exactly. And I see her coming right now. Right. So she's gonna join us. Hey, Coach, how you doing? You mind joining us for a little bit of a preview here?
Yeah.
Go ahead and put those headsets on, and Steve and I will just congratulate you, pat you on the back a little bit for a great season here. And we haven't seen that. It was a Canton game that we had you on. We haven't had you on in a while.
I know, it's been a minute.
Yeah, so we're gonna
missed you.
Yeah, catch up with you. And first off, how you been?
Pretty good. I mean, we're all pretty healthy for the most part. Okay. You know, end of season, new season. We're excited.
Right.
So to be able to say those words is pretty amazing at the end of a basketball season.
Yeah.
You've got what 21 games under your belt right now, and you can say we're healthy, right? We're ready to go play.
Yes.
Look out, Oklahoma.
I mean, we have a few rolled ankles. Natalie's still got some issues with her legs, but she got some good news. Limited minutes, but she's gonna be able to play for us, so that's good for her.
Yeah, she definitely contributed the other night and did a great job.
Absolutely.
So talk about a little bit about how it feels to walk away from Cashion with a big win like
that. No doubt.
It's Cashion has so much tradition, and being there, playing in their gym is always tough. And I feel like our girls were resilient. They went on some runs, and we were able to come back with our own in the second half, and it was great.
Yeah, nice.
It's always good to be Cashion.
There's a lot of swagger in that arena, and you could feel it that night, and I loved just to feel it the bubble kind of pop for them.
Absolutely, yeah, and it started with our defense. So we were able to get up in that full court press, and you just feel that lift of defense sparks your offense.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, huge win, Coach, huge win, and a lot of tonight is kind of reflecting back on the season that we just had. If I could ask you, what was one of your better moments of the season that stands out to you? There's so many, Steve and I we were talking about today, but is there one series, one something that you can say maybe turn the season around or gave you guys a boost?
Yeah, I feel like we have a really tough conference, and we went through our conference tournament, got to the championship game, played Okarche. They kind of handled us, and I challenged the girls, and we came back in the next tournament. I was like, we want to play for Saturday. We go game by game. We took care of business. I told them we're going to meet them in the championship game again, and down at Coyle, and we battled the entire game. Number 2 team in the state.
Yep.
We took care of them.
Yeah,
so
nice.
That was a big win for us.
So that Coyle tournament there, just kind of, I believe that. I like that too. Yeah, I mean, just to see you guys go. Then you beat O'Keene in it. That was O'Keene was three Rivers, correct?
Yes, O'Keene was 3 Rivers.
Which had one loss on the record. I mean, it seems like you guys are rising up to play these tough teams, and that is just like that's what's up, Coach.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, you're kind of measuring yourself really well against some really good tough teams.
And it's going to help us for playoffs.
Right, exactly.
Playing those ranked teams all season long. We're pretty battle tested. We're ready to go.
Exactly, and that is the mindset. That's leading into my next question. How does the mindset change from regular season to the postseason?
Well, I told them in practice. We came this week. We finished with Cashion, great win, but it's a new season. We've got to take it game by game, and it's different because not the first game, but it's elimination.
Right.
You lose, you get 2 losses. Your second loss, you're done.
Yep. Right.
So, playing with that intensity the entire time, and just through the season, you're like, oh well, we've got some games to bounce back, but here it's do or die.
Right.
So,
Well, survive and advance, huh, Coach?
Yes,
survive and advance. We're here at in the postseason, and like I said, Steve and I just it's a pleasure for the last 2 years to be able to come and watch you guys courtside.
It's awesome, and you guys do a great job, and we totally appreciate that. I know the fans do too.
Yeah, they do.
Great community, and I see on Facebook a lot the posts from getting to watch the game, and that's pretty cool.
Right. Right.
So
it's not been very long ago that you just couldn't do that in high school sports at all. So it's nice that the technology is here that we can do it now.
Absolutely,
So.
and I know my parents. Shout out to my parents; they may be watching, but they appreciate it too. They live 3 hours away, and they're both still in education, so they don't get to make it to a lot of games.
Now that makes me feel good, Steve. When we can stretch that far.
You don't want to drive 3 hours after teaching all day? Come on, man.
It's tough, but and they've gotten to watch every game that you guys have casted, so that's really special to me.
Well, good deal, Coach. Good deal. I usually hit Coach Gallagher with a community question, and I did have a community question today, and maybe you can help our audience with it.
Sure.
I had understand how I understand it, but you're actively coaching right now. As we're going into the postseason, we hear the term two-way player. Okay, could you kind of explain to us what a two-way player is, and who on our team would we be able to follow as a definition of a two-way player on your team?
You mean two-way like offense, defense?
Yeah, exactly. And what makes them a better two-way player than just say your regular defender or regular offensive player? Why do they call people two-way players?
Well, it's really important, and those players are really special, and obviously they get more game time, because if you can play on both sides of the ball, you're going to be on the floor.
Right. Right.
I'd say probably Aubrey Bridges, our leading scorer. She also leads us in steals defensively.
Exactly.
So there's some nights where she's not hitting from the 3-point line or something like that, but she's getting steals and turning them into her offensive points.
Right.
So.
Derek and I were talking the other night about how she makes the entire team and your staff look good.
And she definitely makes us look good.
We were kind of joking. She even makes us look good. She's so good she makes us look good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She is wonderful to watch, and it's just she spoils us. Steve and I say it all the time. It's just like, we want you to be more aggressive, and I know you probably tell her that too, you know what I mean? But she just got so much talent just oozing out of her.
And she's got a good feel for the game. I try to stay away from saying shoot or don't shoot.
Okay.
I like the way when she pushes. I feel comfortable with that. And sometimes I say push a little bit more. Hey, if we turn it over, that's okay.
Right.
We'll get a lot of transition points with her on the floor and her passing ability. But then, to say that as a young player, she's learned how to when to pull it back when she needs to.
Right.
One of the things I noticed at Cashion was she seems to be also noticing when the team needs her the most.
Right.
She seems to be starting to understand as a sophomore.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't believe I say that.
Right.
As a sophomore,
yes.
she's beginning to understand that she is that player for the team, and when she's really needed, she needs to step up and go do things. And she started really to do that at Sealing, and I'm seeing it, just kind of ramping up here as we're walking into, the playoffs. So.
Right. Yep. And she was sick, throwing up, a little stomach bug or something at Sealing, and
I told
still,
you, Steve. I told you.
Yep. We talked about it.
And that was a big deal. We couldn't. Natalie was out, and we really struggled bringing the ball up a little bit with two of our better guards bringing the ball up. But she battled, and she did step up for us, and hit some threes and kind of kept us close.
Right. The amazing part was to see the grimace on her face and then watch her go out and play anyway.
Right.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives me chills to think about it.
Well, I told her, I'm a big MJ fan, and I told her, hey, he had one of his best games when he was sick with the flu. So I was like, hey,
He sure did. MJ, he gave us a lot of highlights. Couple more questions here.
Okay.
Talk to us a little bit. Steve and I've been noticing Mary Barton's energy has gotten a little bit better.
Yes.
I mean, she's on the boards, like really, being active. What has changed? Was she injured, or you just kind of?
Well, no, I feel like maybe a little bit of a confidence deal at the beginning, and kind of in her head, like, I'm not hitting a 3-pointer, and we told her, look, hey, if you're not that girl, you may not be the catch and shoot. You will be, you can get to the rim.
Exactly.
You can go get those rebounds.
Right.
And, there's those types of players, and she's one of those types where, hey, we're not hitting from the outside. She's going to go get the rebounds.
Exactly.
She's going to go get the
and
boards.
She's been doing an excellent job of that.
And getting to the rim and scoring. She's definitely playing her role and stepping up in it.
One of the things I've noticed is she's started to. I've watched her play since she was basically in grade school, especially in junior high, and she's really brought her game under control. So she brings that same energy,
absolutely.
But she's more under control maybe the last half of the season here than she began even this season.
Yeah, she's and we drill that hard, pushing as hard as you can go, but still being under control.
Exactly.
And I don't know what to do with that type of speed because I've never been fast, But she's just so fast sometimes that ball won't keep up with her. But no, she's definitely learned how to control that, and she's doing a great job for us.
Yeah, and that's hats off to you too and your staff, Coach, because both and I, Steve, have played all of our lives coached as well, and we understand, when you can see that type of development, we know where it comes from.
Yep.
Well, and it's hats off to the girls too, because you can put them in the right, you can put them through all the drills you want to, but if they're not going to step up and work, so that's hats off to them.
Well, good deal. I got two more questions on our side of the area tournament. Who should we watch? What team is out there that's kind of been dominating this year?
Well, the two big ones, we have a couple, 4 or 5 ranked teams, but the two big ones in our area are Hooker.
Okay.
I think they're number 4, and Ampo. And those are the two big ones in our area. If we can get through one of the two of those, we can make it to state tournament.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
Anything new that we're going to see for playoffs that we haven't seen all year?
Well, I don't know. We're just at this point kind of trying to perfect what we've done. There'll be some special plays,
Yeah,
you know.
I
That
got
we got
He'll
some,
give out all the
got some
secrets,
stuff,
Coach.
yeah.
I got you.
You know, some added plays, you know, just some extra stuff, maybe a reverse on what we're, you know, what we've done, or, you know, getting them to see maybe an extra option on something, you know, that we run in our base offense. Because everybody's got film, everybody's scouting, you know. So we'll have to come up with, you know, a little bit of freshness, but you know, we're the type of team, and we've got so many scoring, you know, options that it's hard to say, well, we're going to face guard Aubrey Bridges when you got Natalie Walker, you got Asia Richards, you got Mary Barton, you got, you know, and our post girls are strong. So you know, we're kind of blessed in that way, you know.
Oh, I sure would like to see you know, your post players come on this year and really step in where Kaya, not Kaya, the big post player we had last year.
Kyla.
I knew it started with step in where Kyla kind of, you know, had that role, and you've got players that are actually doing some of those things now and scoring on some of those plays. So.
Yep, and you know, we're blessed. They're all physical. They're all really athletic. We can run the floor with them, and you know, that's another thing. If I could say, we're going to look to push and get it to our bigs too, because I don't think a lot of people that we're going to play can do that and run with us. So
I've been kind of surprised that Jaden Alexander really kind of stepping up in the role she's taking. She's a great defender down there.
Yeah, she's
really good.
Yeah, she's athletic, and you know, sometimes I get a little bit onto her too much. And, you know, hey, be in position. You don't have to use your speed all the time. Just get there, you know. But yeah,
you gotta know how to control it a little bit. Huh? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, I'm just so proud of the way that they work. You know, I can't say enough about that. They come in and they work every single day, and we're seeing that development. So
well, good, Coach. And my last thing is this: you know, we're getting ready to start this journey. Just enjoy it. You got the town of Watauga behind you. You got alumni behind you, and we're with you 100%. Go out, do your thing, and you know, we want to see one of those banners up there.
Yes, that's the goal. And I just want to say, you know, thank you to you guys and to the community for supporting us. Parents, you know, like this tonight, just having everybody. It takes everybody. It takes a village, you know, to run a successful program. And shout out to, you know, the boys, the coaches, and my assistant. You know, Coach Gallagher has really kind of opened my eyes to some things this year, and kind of he's one of the greats. You know, he's got a lot of wins, and I've learned a lot from him. So I'm just so thankful for everybody here, and we're ready to go.
Well, good, Coach. We're glad you're here.
Sure are.
You know what I mean? Steve and I, like I said, we can say it all night. You know, we love our Lady Eagles.
Well, we love to be here.
We just can't wait to get started.
We're gonna fight hard for y'all.
All right. Well, good deal. Anything else, Steve?
I did want to ask one quick question. Anything that we should be watching for with Tonkawa? What do we know about them?
They're a really scrappy team. You know, they're physical. They fight hard. I'm not gonna say, you know, they're the probably greatest that we've played, but we definitely can't sleep on them. They're one of those teams that if they get hot, we'll be in trouble. So we're going to have to really take care of them, you know, in the half court, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to pressure them a little bit and get some easy buckets from them.
That's what I love about the Lady Eagles team, is that pressure. You guys do it, and you do it well. You cause a high level of anxiety amongst offenses. So
it's hard to run an offense when you're getting pressured.
Exactly. Well, Coach, we're going to let you go.
Alrighty.
Be with your team. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
Appreciate you and Coach Wilson so much.
See you, Coach.
Stay here with us, folks. We're going to grab Coach Gallagher, I think, and try to get him headed this direction. If we can. If I can catch his eye over there.
I'll try to catch his eye. There he is. Here comes the show right here. Mr. Gallagher. Coach Gallagher. Coming to join us here, Eagle Nation. Coming to join us. Hey, how you doing? Hey, we got the Steve and I got that memo. We got that memo, Coach. Coach Gallagher, how you doing? Welcome.
Let's get a little new drip in.
Okay, how you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, all right. Well, we haven't talked to you since when? What game was that?
Oh, it was 3 or 4 games ago.
4 games ago. And so we just want to catch up with you, Coach. And we got this preview thing going on here, so we want to involve you and Coach Campos. So thanks for joining.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you guys coming out. And make sure you guys get some food in there. They got us plenty of pizza from the casino. The casino sponsored this tonight.
Really? Okay. All right.
So, we appreciate them for doing that.
Well, thank you, Lucky Star Casino.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And you know, we got plenty in there. So
okay. We will, Coach. And then, you know, Steve and I are going to sit you here. You know, we're going to talk to you for a little bit, but we were just talking about the last ball game. Can you give us some of your thoughts on what happened in the last ball game? I know it was a tough loss, but I thought it was an overall victory in some sorts. Did you feel that way as well?
Well, I think, you know, when 2 really good teams play, then somebody's going to lose, and
yeah.
you hope it's the other team.
Right.
But I don't think that we look for moral victories or anything, but I thought we played well, and that's all you can ask for. And, if we make a play here or play there, we obviously had opportunities.
Gotcha.
But I think, when you measure it up against some of the best in the state, it's nice to know that maybe you're
no
up there
doubt.
too. So.
Yep.
No doubt, Coach. No doubt. I told Steve I didn't even know they beat Dale the night before.
Right,
and Dale's number 1. So I mean, what does that say for us?
On a given night, we're pretty good.
We're really good, man.
And so, all that's kind of behind us now.
Yeah.
We always look at the playoffs as a brand new season.
Okay. Right.
Everybody gets a fresh start. So,
what's the mindset? Do you change I just asked Coach Campbell, how does the mindset change, or does it just still stick to what we've been doing, or do we change things up a little bit?
Well, for the most part, you're gonna dance with who brought you, and what brought you.
Gotcha.
But I think we always try to add a couple wrinkles. Like there's stuff that I haven't put in yet that we're just going to put in the next couple of weeks. You always want to have something new,
right?
But mainly it's you're going to have to be who you are, and you're not going to put in any great offense or defense, this late in the game. So,
right, exactly.
So it's just a matter of trusting what you've done is good, and hoping that you're good enough to get it done.
Okay, how about Tonkawa? Talk to us a little bit about Tonkawa coming up here on Saturday night.
Right, their record's not really impressive, but if you look at who they played a really tough schedule. They played some people really close lately. They've been playing a lot better.
Okay.
I actually played them last year in the playoffs, and I know they started a couple freshmen last year, so they've got everybody back.
Okay.
And so, they're an experienced team. They got bigs inside. They got some guards that can shoot it. So
okay.
I mean, it's not like where you get one of those draws and you're just trying to find something nice to say about it. Because it's really, it could be a game that you better come out and play to win.
Real talk, Coach. Real talk. And talk to us about injuries, anything like that. Everybody get a chance to heal up this week.
Yeah, we've had some sickness though. We've only had 6 guys at practice the last couple of days.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll all get over that. We're all kind of cooped up. I'm sure everybody is.
The whole country.
Yeah.
The whole country,
and
Coach.
It's summer one day and winter the next day. And
exactly.
So I know when I got my truck this morning, my air conditioner was still on from yesterday.
Me too, Coach. Me too. So we're going to head up to Tonkawa, then we're going to go to Fairview, right?
Yes.
Then we're going to go to Fairview.
Actually, Tonkawa's coming here.
Tonkawa comes here. Fairview next Thursday?
Right, yes.
Next Thursday to start that. Do we know what time we're playing, anything like that?
Yeah,
that won't talk to the audience about how we figure that stuff out.
Yeah, it depends on win or lose at that point. So if we win on Saturday, then we'll play 8 o'clock again on Thursday.
Okay.
If you lose, you play at 3, and as long as you keep winning, you're going to be playing at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So, okay, so we'll be playing at 8 then.
He's playing on late games
all season. That's a good deal. DeAndre Dunn, Coach, let's talk about him a little bit. I mean, what a season he's had. I mean, we're here to reflect on the season, and I was trying to find some highlights today to kind of show and share and talk with him. But, I mean, how has it been coaching a dynamic young athlete like that, and is he ready for this type of attention?
Oh, I think so. You probably wouldn't have a hard time finding highlights of DeAndre.
I know it.
And he is a really, really special player. And I don't think he's, shies away from the moment at all.
Okay.
So I think he's definitely ready. I saw a focus in this the other night that I hadn't seen. Maybe.
I did too, Coach.
It kind of scared me at first because we're usually kind of loose and goofing around a lot, and we were pretty intense. But I like that focus, and when you got seniors like that. This is it for them, and
exactly.
Father Time's undefeated.
Right.
So
right.
So hopefully they all recognize the urgency here, and it's it's make it or break it.
Just curious. I mean, trying to get inside the locker room with you guys. I mean, how do you tell other players like Devin Wilson and Reyes and those guys? When all the attention's on Dunn, I know they got to be ready. You know what I mean? But how do you help their confidence to be ready?
I don't think those guys like for confidence very much. To be honest with you.
Okay.
But it'd be different if we just had one guy than 4 stiffs out there.
Right.
But we got guys that can play.
Right.
Austin's put up 29.
That one game he did. He sure did. He put up 29.
And Devin's put up over 20. And Laren's had big games. So it's not like we're just trotting out.
Shots.
Exactly. So it'd be one thing if you just have one guy and that's what people say. Well, they're going to run a boxing one. We're like, we kind of welcome that because we got guys that can score. I don't think that's ever been an issue or having to worry about them.
And so the trust level is there.
Oh, yeah.
Who's ever on the court, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Steve, you got anything for Coach?
So one of the things I've noticed, Coach, is Laren's play has improved over the whole season, and he's really brought himself to a level of focus the last couple of games that I hadn't seen before in him. And, he's really, really, really focused on staying out of foul trouble, it seems, and contributing. But his rebounding has just gone next level.
Right, yes. He's a phenomenal rebounder, especially on the offensive glass. He gets a lot of offensive rebounds.
Yes, he does.
And he jumps up, and people are calling like, on the back. But he's so springy that he just gets up, and he's not touching anybody. He's just out jumping them.
Yeah.
He's one of them that's been sick the last couple of days, so hopefully we'll get him back
healthy.
But I haven't seen him the last couple of days. I've talked to him on the phone, so hopefully he gets well. And
he's had a huge impact, and we've seen the development. We've seen his attitude change.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's all in. You can tell he's all in, and he's playing with his heart. And not just out there playing reckless and being individual. He's playing team ball.
He wants to, he wants not to let the team down.
Exactly.
And he wants to contribute. He don't care about scoring.
Yep.
He might care about dunking a little bit too much sometimes.
We kind of like it. We kind of like that.
That's all right with us, Coach.
Turned on and get the crowd going.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, Coach, we were talking last game on Tuesday. Just a phenomenal record this year. You know,
I knew we were going to be good this year. I didn't know we were maybe going to be this good, but after I saw us, I knew we had some talent, but our schedule's tough,
Right,
so I knew we were going to have a lot of close games, and you look at them, we really could have only lost 2 of them, maybe.
Right.
Maybe the first one, and then the first time against Cassia, we had chances the other 2. So,
exactly.
So anytime you come to that, you got to feel good, but like I said, it's that'd be nice at the end we can look back on, but we're all 0-0 right now. So it don't matter.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter, Coach. And we're confident in our boys. I know you are. And the community question today is talking about a two-way player. I asked Coach Campos, which one of our players that we can watch that you can kind of define and say, watch him. He's a two-way player.
Well, I'll tell you what. Obviously, DeAndre's that way.
Okay. Anybody else besides DeAndre?
I think we've got guys that are all kind of that way.
Okay.
Like Devin is a phenomenal defender.
Devin, there you go.
He's would be a lot of people's best player on their team.
Right. Steve and I say that all the time.
And Austin is a guy that he guards. He maybe doesn't look as flashy as those 2 guys,
right?
But he's a good defender too, and always in the right spot. And Phoenix is another guy that's defense has improved, and Laren can protect around the rim and stuff.
Exactly.
And I think all those guys can score a little bit too. So
right.
It's nice when you have versatile type guys.
Exactly. That can play what we call positionless basketball.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Positionless basketball. Well, good. I'm glad you asked that question. Steve, you got anything else?
So I think we're ready for some playoffs, Coach. What do we got to watch for Tonkawa?
Well, like I said, they like to actually get up, and they'll probably shoot as many threes as we do.
Oh, they're going to? Yeah. They're going to light it up then, huh?
Yeah, well, we hope they don't light it up. We hope they shoot them, not making them. But and they've got a big kid inside, and, they're always good athletically over there. So, like I said, it should be a fun game to watch. I don't think there's somebody that tries to just walk it down the floor or anything like that. So.
All right, so no real just standout players for them. Maybe all the way around, just watch for.
They've got 2. I say 2. I thought their 2 best guards were maybe 4 and 22, but I noticed 11 kind of went off. I think their guards are probably their best players.
Okay.
And so 4, 11, 22 are kind of the guys that make them go.
Okay.
And like I said, I thought it was 4 and 22, but then one of the films I watched it with either 10 or 11 that went off. So we just kind of try to guard everybody straight up anyway and trust what we do. And if we have to make adjustments, we will. But we hope that we're good enough at what we do that it really doesn't matter.
Third quarters has been really a defining quarter for. Have you noticed that too, Coach? That Steve and I have been back. And what is it? The halftime speech? What is it that?
I guess I need to do a better job of the other night. Then. So I don't know. I think like when you're playing somebody like Cashin, you knew they're going to make a run sometime anyway.
Right.
And, you know, when we've had bad halves, we've come out and made a good run.
Right.
So, I don't know. I don't know if there's any magic trick to it.
Okay.
I guess we could start practicing, like taking off our shoes or sitting down in the middle of practice and then come back out. I've heard people doing that kind of stuff.
Everything. I mean, some people, you know, they have these, things that they go to for things like that. So, you know, we wanted to see if that was what was going on, because phenomenal job, Coach, this year. You know,
like I said, I'm glad to be a part of it. Coach Cole's done a great job. He probably doesn't get near enough credit as what he deserves.
Yeah,
and he's a really, really big part of everything that we do, from game planning to practice planning.
Right.
So I mean, it's not like he's just doing laundry and
no,
or like a guy at a funeral. You just want him to look nice and be quiet.
Right.
Not like that. Like,
no, and you know, Coach, you allow him to coach. Some coaches don't do that.
No,
you know what I mean?
I'd
You
be
give him
dumb
reflection.
if you don't put guys around you that's good.
There you go.
And I don't have an ego about this. It's not about me. It's not
right.
about, you know, whatever's going to help our team out. And,
exactly.
And so we let him coach, and you know, he does a lot in practice.
Right.
It's nice for me, so I don't have to be yelling all the time. I'm getting old.
You can kick back a little bit. Hey, Coach,
girls just walk right in front of us here. It's okay. We're all good. So,
they keep doing it too. He's doing it.
But
what we got going on here, Coach? Let's explain to the audience what we're doing here right now.
Well, this is something my wife kind of put together.
Okay.
And what we've done is we've got T-shirts with all the kids' names on it and their numbers.
Okay.
And our cheerleaders.
I'm going to turn the camera, guys, while you're talking.
And our cheerleaders too. So like we want to make sure that we're including them.
Gotcha. I like it.
The kids are going to go around and they're going to sign everybody's shirt.
Okay.
And so that way, they kind of have a memento of the playoff season. And, you know, some of them may want to wear them with the signatures on them.
Right.
Some of them may just want to put them in the room and just have it to remember
it.
by.
I like it.
But it's just, we just want to do something nice. And hopefully this will kind of get bigger. Like where we came from, we were doing this, and it was really kind of a big night. A lot of parents would show up, and maybe we didn't communicate as well as what we should, but I think eventually we want this thing to be really, really big.
Exactly.
And, you know, like I said, the Tribe and the casino fed us, which is awesome.
Right,
you know?
right.
I probably contributed to that a little bit, to be honest, but we won't go there.
We're glad to entertain you, Coach.
I try to support our local businesses. You know, I buy from Apple Mart. You know, we buy our gas.
Support the community.
So we're gonna.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna. You know, we're for tourists, type of entertainment money. I want to support our local businesses.
Exactly.
But,
so thank you.
Support it more than I wanted. That's great. It's fun, and the food out there is great.
Oh yes. Oh my goodness. People they slip it on the restaurant.
Yes.
Huh? The restaurant got some good food, man.
My wife and them, they order for lunch all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, and just Coach, you just moving here. We used to be in a trailer, you know, with a deli. You know what I mean? With a deli. So
no, it's first class. So if anybody's out there looking for a place to book a convention or stuff like that, it's a first class place.
It's a first class place. Lucky Star Casino, Clarence Nash here in Watonga. A lot of people don't know we just built a new spectacular hotel and casino, 80-room hotel.
Right.
Restaurant, like you said, is nice. 400 game machine. Something new here for Watonga.
Right.
And so Eagle Nation come out and support it. And thank you to the Tribe, CNA Tribe, for supplying us tonight and getting behind these teams, because we got two very good products at high school basketball right now.
It's always fun whenever some places you go, the girls are really good and the boys aren't, or the boys are really good.
I know.
But this is fun because we've been good all year,
yes.
and we all cheer for each other. And
we look to go 2-0 each night.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
2-0 each
and
night.
We're disappointed for them when they lose.
Right, exactly.
So that makes it a lot more fun.
Right.
And I know that Coach Campo and Coach Fuchs are really good friends of ours. It's nice when you can have a relationship outside of just basketball. And
she mentioned you earlier in the interview. She said you've really come along and helped her out in her ways. Showed her some different. You would like to share a little bit about what your relationship with that's interesting. You know, I
just always feel like with our coaches, we all, you know, like, if you can get along and pull for each other, and it's always nice to have that, because somebody's going through with the same things you are,
right?
You know, and so you know, it's nice to have sometimes it's hard to have a whole bunch of friends in the community just because of the nature of what we do.
Right.
You know? I mean,
exactly.
I'm not saying that we're shying away from anybody, but there's always some conflict.
Well, yeah.
And
you got to protect the home team.
right.
And
so it's nice to have people that you can confide in.
Exactly.
And and so
that's awesome. That's awesome that you guys have built that kind of rapport with each other, relationship with each other. And like I said, we got two very good basketball teams. I mean, I'm in the community. Steve's in the community, and we hear about these teams that's coming really out of nowhere. You know, and I just say, hey, we got a great leader. We got a great leader. Leave him alone. Let us do it. Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing.
The community has been very supportive. Of course, it's we've been winning, which makes it
nice. Exactly.
But I mean, they have been very supportive.
Good.
And I knew they would be, and we're excited. The bond issue.
Congratulations to all of us, man. But for sure, you,
it
my
wasn't
man.
even close, though. I mean, our community came out and
Didn't we?
That's a home run right there.
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, you hear in the newspapers and stuff, people talking about giving money to private schools and this and that. Here we come out in our town and we pass a $20 million bond by up in the 70s.
Yeah, I think it was almost 73%.
Yeah,
so we're
exactly.
like, hey, you guys don't know.
In favor.
Education doing some good things here.
Exactly. We're getting ready to do some things, and like I said, just bringing us together. Mr. Superintendent Hillenbrand, just the energy you guys have brought, to the town and to these kids, and I was just proud of our community. And if I can tell you guys all out there now, it was just so beautiful for all of us to come together for one common bond, one common bond, and get it passed. And that's what the power we can do when we come together.
Exactly.
So Coach, we're going to let you go enjoy this, but again, this is a journey coming up. If I could say anything, enjoy it, Coach. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy these kids. And again, continued success. You've done a wonderful job this year.
Thank you. Well, it's survive and advance.
Exactly.
At this point.
Exactly.
Just survive and advance.
Exactly.
One game at a time,
and we're 100% behind you. The community's behind you. Alumni's behind you. So let's go get them, Coach.
All right. Well, sounds great. Well, thanks for having me.
No problem.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Derek, I think we'd like to get Coach Fuchs on here.
Let's do it. I don't see her. Did you see her?
Right down there. There she comes.
Yep. Coach.
I'm trying to catch her eye.
Yeah.
There she is.
We have the Lady Eagles assistant coach here, Coach Fuchs. How you doing? Thanks
Coach, how you doing?
Thanks for joining. Go ahead and put the headset on.
Hey.
And I had to go ahead and be transparent and say I stayed away from your name when your last name when you took over for Coach Campos when she felt ill.
Yes.
Yeah, but you did an amazing job.
Thank you
Job. Steve and I did it. We
talked about that quite a bit.
Exactly.
It was like a seamless transition, and I know you guys coach together a lot, but there's always the chance that something will be just a little bit different, or the girls will feel, just a little bit different leadership there, and it was amazing how it just went right into the next win.
Exactly. Put us there, Coach, if you would. Like, how is it as an assistant coach going in? Do you change the game plan from Coach Fu, or are you and Coach Fu texting at halftime? How does that dynamic work?
Yeah, no, so it's kind of crazy because last year with COVID, Coach
Coach
Kimbo and I
Campbell,
both.
sorry.
It's okay. Coach Kimbo and I both had to miss the Coil tournament.
Yeah,
so
I remember.
Coaching from the sidelines was already something that we both had experienced so much, and so whenever I had to take over this year, I just kind of got the game plan from her beforehand, and then I had my phone on the sideline. My mom was even watching the game, and she's like, "Why were you on your phone during the game?" And I'm like, "Because I have to ask Coach Kimbo what she wants me to do." But anyway, whenever we have such a group that we do, they kind of made the game pretty easy for me. I wasn't having to make too many crazy decisions just off of first hand. We were able to just kind of let our game come to us, and the girls were able to take care of business. Made my job real easy.
Exactly. Again, you did a nice job. Great win on Tuesday night versus Caston.
Yes.
You've been here 2 years now.
This is my fourth year.
Fourth year. I'm sorry. You understand the rivalry between us and Caston and how we want to beat them in badminton. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter whatever it is. No matter what it is, we want to beat them. So congratulations. In the community, I don't know if a lot of us get to know your history and your bio. Where did you come from, Coach? Tell us a little bit about yourself. School-wise, where did you grow up? Things like that.
I graduated high school from Garber, just right up the road a little ways. And I was lucky and blessed enough to be able to play 5 years of college basketball at UCO.
Oh, nice.
With under Guy Hardacre. And, when I was in college, we made it to the Sweet 16. I played with an amazing group of girls and had an amazing coach. And straight out out of college, I actually got my first coaching job with Totsie Manning, who used to coach at Cashion.
Okay.
She was at Deer Creek at the time, and she kind of let me come on as a lay coach. Won a state championship with her over there, which was pretty awesome for my first year of coaching, and I learned a lot from her. And then I didn't coach basketball for a few years and got an opportunity at my old school, Liberty, before I came here.
Okay.
And actually started coaching with Coach Campo over there, and have learned a lot from her, just of the game even more so. You play all your life. It's still learning every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, I've just been coaching with her for the last couple of years and enjoying every second of it.
Well, thanks for sharing, Coach Fu.
Yeah.
You know how it's a small community around here.
Yes,
They ask
absolutely.
Steve and I questions and we don't know the answers to, so now they'll get to know the answers as well. Steve, you got anything?
So I'll ask you this. What's your favorite defense to call or to have out on the court?
I like man-to-man.
Man-to-man,
that
baby.
takes some heart right there.
Yeah.
It's just you and the guy or girl that you're having to take care of, and you've got to take some pride in making sure that you're doing your job to help your team out.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'd say man-to-man for sure.
We talked to Coach Campo a little bit about the pressure that your team's been able to bring, onto offenses this year, and it's been suffocating. It's been awesome. It's been amazing to watch. Hopefully we get to see some more of it in the playoffs because it sure does seem to help.
Yep. And those girls, they come in each and every day and they just want to get better, and almost it's when you tell them to release the pressure because maybe we get a little bit of a lead, they get mad about it, and that's a good thing.
Wow, really? Real
they don't want to not be past half court playing defense. When you pull the reins back, which as a coach that you'd be more happy to have to pull reins back than have to get their own reins going. And with this group and the groups that we've had in previous years and our future groups, I think that's just going to be something that Watonga women's basketball is going to be taking care of business with.
Exactly. And we are just so proud of you guys. It's just a pleasure for Steve and I. We told Coach Campbell to sit, be able to sit courtside and watch you guys develop. I mean, we talked about Mary Barton. The last couple of weeks she's been really doing some damage on the boards, and bringing a different type of energy. Who else are we missing, that you see inside the locker room that's improving, that maybe we're just going to make a difference come playoff time?
I think a silent sleeper that we have would be, we have a couple, but really Kaya Black and Jaden Turney.
Okay.
You don't see them on the floor very often. We threw Kaya Black into the ceiling game, and she had good minutes for us.
I noticed that, yes.
And that's something that you can ask better from your player. And Jaden Turney, I know that she doesn't get a whole lot of minutes, but she's always willing to work better or get better. She's coachable. She looks you in your eyes when you're talking to her. So that knowing that the future is coming with younger girls like that.
Real talk.
Yes. I'm excited.
I am too. I'm run with the cross country team when they're running, and mostly for my own benefit to get a little bit of, get in shape a little bit, but I get to see the kids and some of their mental toughness while they're practicing, because those are tough practices, and Jaden is one of those that the tough practices, she rises to the occasion.
She does,
She's out there and pushes.
And Coach Coleman does such a great job with those girls and really does create that mental toughness, not only with cross country, but track as well. And so that's why throughout girls' program, we're able to have success, because every coach is wanting the absolute best out of our kids, and we all work so well together that we're able to help with the kids' success.
Right.
One of the things that we talked about beginning of the season, and we're going to keep talking about it, here in the playoffs and next year, is just the consistency that we've had in our girls coaching staff, and how that's played into the success we're seeing today.
Right.
And just can't commend you guys enough for working with these girls from early on. This is the fourth year of them with your system,
right? Yeah.
And it's really paying dividends. It's fun to watch here.
Yeah, well, when you have such a great community, I can't speak for Coach Campbell, but I think she could probably agree. The community's so wonderful, and you do have so many kids who are begging you to open the gym.
Yep.
I mean,
that's good right there.
What more could you?
It doesn't happen in every town.
No, it does not.
It does not.
And we have plenty of that here. So I'm excited for Watonga basketball, boys and girls, for the years to come.
Exactly.
I know we both have really good and talented younger groups, and I don't know, and I know you know our 6th grade group, but those 6th graders are a lot like the group that we have right now. You tell them to pull the reins back, they don't like it. They want to get up in your face, and so that's just the future that we have coming into the program that I'm so excited for.
It's such a blessing to be able to use those words. I don't have to use the spurs, I have to use the reins.
Yes, exactly.
Well, like Steve said, I'm a piggyback there. I think what we're both trying to say is we don't want you guys to leave.
Right.
I tell my kids all the time, I said, I'll die here. Like, I'll buy my plot in the cemetery right now if I have to, because I love it here. I don't want to leave, trust me. Yeah. And I love this community. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do and creating this atmosphere for our fans.
Well, you guys are creating the atmosphere. We're just reporting it.
Well, you're able to show the atmosphere. And I've listened, last year whenever we were out with COVID, I was like getting hyped just from you guys and your announcing, so
thank you.
I love it, and I appreciate you guys so much, and I appreciate the community, all their support. I mean, this is just a great place.
Yeah, it sure is.
Exactly. And like I said, I mean, the girls team, it's just been a pleasure for the last 2 years. We got, a couple more years to go. And so, on this journey, like I told Coach Gallagher and I told Coach Campos, if you're ready to start this journey, make sure you enjoy it. And understand that you have the entire community behind you.
Yes.
You've got alumni behind you.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? And so go do it. And if you need anything that we can help you out with, we're here to help you.
Absolutely. Okay? Thank you so much. And I just want to say again, thank you to the community, our administration, and you guys. I'm excited for the playoffs, boys and girls. Yes. I think we're both gonna give you guys a good show.
Wow,
I'm looking forward to it.
That's right. Well,
thank you guys so much.
Coach Poole, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, Derek, how about Coach Cole?
Let's do it.
All right. Can you catch his eye over there? Oh, he's talking. Nope, here he comes. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
I'm going to make a camera adjustment while you get him seated here.
Tell him. Yeah, okay. That'll work. Oh, we didn't have this. We didn't have the camera on the whole time. Coach Cole, we're going to adjust this camera to get your handsome face right here in the middle there, partner. Come on in and have a seat. Really nice, Coach. This venue right here is really nice. Coach Byron Cole, assistant coach of the men's team, who we had Coach Gallagher on earlier. Now we got Coach Byron Cole, who also helps us with our Squirtle. So officially, from Steve and I, we want to say thank you for the season.
Appreciate
all that
guys.
you do, my man. All that you've done, football, basketball. We're getting ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we got
we're not wrapping this up.
I said 3 weeks left. Okay, yeah. All right, about 3 weeks left.
Yeah.
And,
so, Derek, before we jump into that, I just want to make sure all you community members that are watching this that you understand it's Coach Cole's leadership that got this ball rolling for these broadcasts to make it so that all the way through COVID, you'd be able to watch your sons and your daughters, your nephews, your cousins, your friends' daughters go play in all these sports.
Man, I was just really, really lucky. Like I said, we got in with some good people. Found you two, which I mean that was a miracle in itself. Like I said, I didn't even know where to start as far as getting somebody that knew the technical side of it, somebody to do the color commentary, and a good chemistry together. So I'm just lucky, just to be back in Watonga and get this thing started for you guys and for the community and for those alumni, everybody around to get to take a chance to look at these kids, see how the talent is still in Watonga.
There you go. There you go.
And the talent is still coming through Watonga. And, hopefully, like I said, there's going to be some bigger and better things coming up. We just passed the school bond.
Oh, man.
Which is going to be huge in the next couple years. Hopefully, like I said, we'll get some things rolling with this and the new bond and the new facilities. I'm just, like I told you before, we're going to put this out into the universe. Making it to where the Watonga Eagles TV network is being ran through the school, by the school, by the students, and they're taking part in some of this, some of the technology that we're going to be bringing.
I tell you, Derek and I are looking forward to that too, because this is probably the most fun I've had as a part of high school sports since I played.
Right. There you go.
This is probably the most fun I've had since I played.
Yes.
And this has been a wild ride.
Yeah.
But the opportunity to get students involved in it is just that doubles it. It 10 times it for me.
Yeah, it magnifies the possibilities. The more creative minds we put together, the better we're going to be.
Yep.
And then you get these kids' energy. whenever they find something that they really enjoy doing, or they find something that's new and different and exciting, man, it's contagious.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, they're pulling ideas from other schools and other places, and I saw it on TikTok, or I saw it on Instagram, or whatever.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, we're like, hey, let's try it. And that's one thing I've always told these kids. It doesn't matter what we're doing. Just try.
Right.
Like if we try something and it doesn't work, then hey, at least we know.
At least you tried it. You don't have to sit there and wonder about it. So again, man. I mean, we could sit here, all night and just the gratitude, that not only Steve and I feel, but just the community as well. You know, just the feedback we get, man.
Yeah,
is amazing. Just the little things, and just here recently, we just found out Coach Campos's parents watched the stream. Where is he? 3 hours away?
Yeah, about 3 hours. Her parents are about 3 hours away. Right. And we hear that they've been watching all the games, and this has enabled them to be able to watch, their daughter's profession.
Yeah,
watch her do her thing.
Yeah, I got like I said, I got family in Texas. My sister, she lives outside of Philadelphia. She was here for a year, and then she moved up there. She was still checking up on me, making sure I had things going. I was talking to some people in Oklahoma City just this weekend, and they were like, "Man, you guys have been rolling," and they're going back, watching the games and replaying them, and man, talking about this kid and what we're doing and how we're doing it. So it's been a blessing for everybody, you know, just in general. And so we're just really thankful. I'm thankful, and I know the students really are. Anytime you get to see yourself on TV, man, it's pretty neat.
It's not bad, is it? It's not bad.
That makes you feel good the next day. You get a nice little game going, and then to be able to come back and hear you guys bringing it to life.
Yeah.
I mean, man, it like I told you guys before, man, I hear it on the way home.
Yeah.
Every home or away game, I plug it back in, and I'm watching it on my phone, and got it Bluetooth to the radio, and I'm watching like I wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Well,
just 'cause I like hearing you guys and the way you guys perform.
Well, hey, we're so we're glad to hear that, and we're glad the players enjoy it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're glad they enjoy it too, and like I said, this new model we're just gonna keep getting better and better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so it's looking bright. We'll talk about some basketball now here, Coach.
Let's talk about it
if you want to. I mean, like we told with Coach Gallagher, man, great season.
Yeah.
Great.
We're doing all
season.
right.
Your record, your record's good. You know what I mean? It's just we all feel so confident going into this weekend.
Yeah,
I believe 18-4. Am I right, Coach?
18-4.
18-4.
Like I said, the last week, we dropped a couple the last week or so of the regular season. One was just due to time off. I mean, we went about 10 days when we had been going about every 2 days playing a game, and then we went up on a 10-day stretch where we weren't playing anybody, which that kind of hurt us.
Yeah.
The game Tuesday night against that other team, not going to mention their name on our broadcast.
There you go.
Was competitive. Was a great preview for the playoffs.
We'll call it the name to be defeated later. How about that?
There we go.
We'll say February 26th. We'll call them out on February 26th. But it was a great game. We had a good game plan. We had things going in the right direction. We came up a little short. But the cool thing about it was knowing what happened the first time against them, playing them the second time.
Right.
We went into the locker room. Emotions running high. We knew we had it in the bag. We let that one slip away. And for the guys to come in and go, hey, we lost that one. They didn't beat us. We lost that one, but we good.
Yeah.
And that was the mentality. They were just like, we good. And they were like, we'll see them again if they're lucky.
Right.
And I thought that was really a growing, not just as a team, but as individuals. Because, when we lost the game before, it was finger pointing, or it's, man, if you would have got this, man, if you hadn't dropped that one. And this last one, it was just like, we good.
Yeah.
And it put that taste in their mouth that they're right where they need to be, and they're right there.
I think we talked about that right after the game and all the way home when we rode. We rode over there together and rode home.
Right.
And one of the things that we were noting was, how we put ourselves in a position to win that game, and that's where all players, all teams, and all coaching staffs want to be.
Right.
You're not going to take 100% of those away. Right. Some of them you're going to lose, but you want to put yourself in a position to be able to win. And we were in a position to win that game.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those that I believe it's a more a loss for them.
Yes, it was, because they survived. And
barely.
And here, and here's what I love about it. The one thing I admire more from an opponent is not always respect. It's fear. And because their respect may not be real.
You know,
real. But there's fear. You can smell that.
Yeah, real talk, coach. Real talk.
And they wanted to give us a good game, and you know, y'all played really well. But you could look in their eyes as we're coming through at the end of the game, and there was fear. They knew
we're gonna have to see these guys again, probably.
And to do it in their house, there was a fear there. It wasn't a mutual respect because they think that they're big bad, and we're not. But you know what? We're here now.
Yeah.
And the playoffs are funky like that.
Yeah.
I talked to the team last week, and I told them, I said, you know, whenever we've made a playoff run. Like I said, I was fortunate enough to be on a championship team as a coach. Coach Gallagher's been to the big house a few times, and one thing I said, you don't. The best team doesn't always win, because you got to have a little bit of luck in there.
Right.
So like something's got to fall your way, but then at the end of the day, it's just who makes that play.
Yep.
And what person or what team makes that play is what matters. And I think we've got 6-7 guys on a 9-man roster that'll make the play.
Right.
And that's what's scary. You know, the last couple games, Devin came in. He was hitting for 20, 22. Austin finally rose back from the dead and brought the guns loose and hit for 27 one night, 29 one night. DeAndre's been the constant. You know, and I'm still waiting on Laren and Phoenix to have their breakthrough game. And then but see, that's the thing. We're 18-4. And all our guns are firing.
There you go.
And we talked about that. You know, that peak that every team has happens sometime during the season, and we haven't seen ours yet.
No. And like I said, the best is yet to come for this group. I've been really excited since day one, getting around them and watching them grow and mature as players and as people. And then as the season's gone on, we just start to see more and more of that Watonga spirit. You see it in the stands. You see it, you know, walking around the community. You know, I've seen it walking, you know, in and out of stores, and everybody's tipping their hat to you and smiling.
Right,
hey,
exactly.
Let me get you a drink or something from Hunches, you know, like it used to be. You know,
Coach, you're on the right track. I haven't felt that since high school.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, that feels real good.
So it's real nice to see that, and the kids walk around with a little bit of a swagger now. They've got their heads high. They know both teams, man. The girls and boys teams both have been just so dynamic.
Right.
And every time we get into a game, we automatically think, we're going to win this by 20.
Exactly.
And that's the mentality. And so going into this weekend and on through the next few weeks, I think it's going to be a fun trip for everybody. I tell them all the time, people come out to see a show.
Yeah.
That's why they make popcorn and snacks.
Coach Fu just told us y'all gonna give us a show.
We're gonna give you a show, man. It's a double feature on Saturday night.
Feature on Saturday night.
Hey, I would. My advice to these people: get here early.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell us the times, Coach.
So the girls will be playing 6:30. We're here at home for districts against Tonkawa. We'll play right after 7:45, 8 o'clock. By that time, man, you gotta realize the place is gonna be bumping. Everybody's coming through. Like I said, we had our Snowmageddon 22 for the month of February. Lasted for about 67 minutes.
Yeah, I know it.
And so it's supposed to be a beautiful day, great day to be an Eagle.
Yes.
And man, I think it's just gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be one of those nights where, like I said, you start to see we're playoff ready.
Well, Tonkawa's gonna have to come in here. Now they only have to beat the basketball team. They have to beat us too.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of that. Yeah. You know, and when we go to Fairview, it's not too far. You're gonna have to beat us.
Yeah.
That's all of us.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying, Coach? Because we are all behind you guys, and we haven't seen this kind of buzz in a long time.
Absolutely.
And it's just, you know, great job as you, Coach Gallagher, Coach Fu, Coach Campos. I mean, giving us something to cheer about, you know, for the last 2 years, man. I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun, Coach. And I know you're just ready to go.
Oh man, I'm chomping at the bit, man. I'm chomping at the bit.
We've been talking about this for a while. We've been talking about this tournament play for a while, and so, you know, now it's finally here. We talked earlier, you and Steve and I didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Gallagher. share with us one of your favorite moments, Coach, and let's talk about it a little bit. I'd like to share mine too after you. I'll go first. Go ahead.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first. Okay. I asked Steve today earlier to see if we could, or asked you guys if we could find the highlight. But I remember the first game, and then we said it was Canton.
Yeah.
And just sitting over there with Steve at the table, and just thinking, if DeAndre threw it, they could probably make an alley-oop.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But I thought he was just going to bounce past it or throw it to his chest.
Man.
You guys came with the oop, and I was like, oh, we're going to have fun this week.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of fun this season. That was my moment.
That was the one.
It defined, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So that was mine.
Man, I don't know. I don't know of a single great moment.
Okay.
I'll tell you, man. For me, I've got one for every kid.
Ooh.
So it's one of those things. It's like you can't pick your favorite because I got so many.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that.
I'll give you this one, just because it was one of the more recent ones. So the other night against Fairview, we're getting ready to prepare for this game, and so we're in practice. And so I give the kids a drill, and I say, okay, we're going to do a live ball move, which we're like a crossover behind the back or something. You're going to come to a jump stop, and then you're going to either step through or turn around, shot fake, whatever. And so I gave them a combination of these different moves. And so we're playing the game, and Devin gets the ball. Gets the kid a nice little smooth crossover. He stops. Yep. He shot fakes, spins back around, hits the mid-range jumper.
Yep.
He hits the shot, and he looks over here, and he goes, "That's the drill, Coach." And I'm like, "That's right. That's the drill, baby." And I'm losing it. And Coach Gallagher looks at me, and he's like, "He did the drill." I thought that was full circle. He's like, and I was like, "They do listen, So I thought that was one of those moments where I was just like, "Yo, man, that was so cool."
Yeah.
But a lot of times, I tell you, man, one of my and it's a recurring moment. I'll say this: a lot of times you'll see when we're going through as we've gone through the season, Coach Gallagher's really trusted me with some of the drills and some of a lot of the scouting and game planning and stuff this year. He's put a lot of trust in me, which some days I don't know why, but I guess it works out. It's worked out.
Seems to be working, Coach.
It's worked out right.
No kidding.
But so we'll talk, and so we get this thing where we're like, "Hey, Coach, like something like that particular play with Devin," and Coach will always he'll kind of look over on the sideline and he'll give me one of these. So he's like, "That was your drill. That was your play." So we have this little running joke when like if he's working with the guards one day and they work on a drill or they'll make a play or he made a call one day. We got a backdoor lob for Laren on a play one time. And he had called it out of bounds, and I looked at him and I kind of gave him I was like, "Great call, Coach."
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of fun.
Sounds like you guys are developing a really good dynamic.
Right.
We
Great
do.
Chemistry.
He allows me to be me, and that's really it's comforting as a up and coming coach, knowing that somebody with his record and his resume has trusted me,
right,
because he didn't really know me,
right.
But after he got to see what I could do,
I'm gonna flip the camera around here so our audience can see what's going on over there real quick. You guys just keep talking.
That's more important than what I'm about to say. It was just a great dynamic between him and me, and being able to talk and him trust me with a lot of different plays and game.
Well, he spoke on that, Coach. He did just a few minutes ago. He spoke on that just about how it's just he's so grateful to have you. You know what I mean? And he said he kind of let you go and let you coach. And I said, Coach, a lot of coaches don't do that.
Yeah.
They have to micromanage and they need to keep
right.
And you use the talent around you.
Yeah.
He said straight up, I'd be stupid not to let this man who's a very talented coach, do his thing, and learn things from him too. So it sounds like the chemistry between you two are on the money. You know what I'm saying? And that's good.
I'm really blessed and humbled, man, by the whole experience. Like I said, somebody that has over 400 wins.
Right.
I mean, he's one of the top 100 coaches in history in Oklahoma. So to be around the group that I've been around this year, and then to have a coach like that to really trust me and to be honest with me, has been great.
Exactly. Coach Hillenbrand. I mean, all you guys, the staff, administration. I mean, we're fortunate this year, right? And Steve and I as parents are fortunate. Our kids are coming up in the system with you guys, looking over them and things like that. So we got to commend you on another, aspect of that as well. I mean, we talk basketball. You're in the classroom with these kids too as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we appreciate that as a parent too as well, Coach.
Yeah, they need to get on. Yeah, we need to get these guys on.
We'd like to get a few of the players on if we could.
Yeah, because I'm like I said, we're in the background on this deal. The kids are what this is all.
Let's go, ladies first. Let's see if we can get Aubrey Bridges on here.
Yeah, that'd be good. Hey guys, I appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
You know that.
Thank you.
Thank you for your leadership, Coach. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you, and keep supporting these guys. These guys, our girls team, our boys team. We got another fun couple of weeks, so be ready for it.
We're looking for it.
All right,
we're waiting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. I'm going to let you get out of here. And we're going to do it. Well, hello, Miss Bridges. I feel like I know you. This is the first time we're ever going to meet. That's the life of a superstar, huh, Steve? Go ahead and put the headphones on. Aubrey, thanks for joining us. This is the kind of a recap of what we did this season, and I kind of look forward to going on, to the postseason when it starts on Saturday. How you doing, Aubrey?
I'm doing good.
Are you? Yeah. Last game, huge win against Cashin. Wow, I don't even like saying Cashin's name, but what was the difference in that game to you, Aubrey?
I feel like we just played together more, passed it around more, and we were just together.
Okay, yeah, togetherness in Coach Campos.
Look, like you personally, you were kind of back to yourself. You were feeling a little under the weather before that, I think. Back at least at the season game, right?
Yeah. I had the stomach bug, but
yes,
better.
Steve and I had bets whether or not you were feeling good or not that night, because I could swear I saw you run to the bathroom or something like that. I did. It just seemed like your game was a little bit off, but you still fought through it, and that's what I like to see, young lady, is that you still fought through it, still came out there and represented this right here. So we're very proud of you with that. Now, Tonkawa, have you guys watched film on Tonkawa, or do you know much about Tonkawa? You want to talk to us a little bit about what we're coming up on Saturday?
I feel like we can pull it off. I feel like.
Are they big? They're small? They're quick?
They're a little bit bigger than some of them are.
Okay. And what's the plan of attack?
I think we just go to the rim, get fouls,
there you
get
go.
them out.
There you go.
Some of their good players out, and then I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
Game plan is beat them. I like it.
Exactly. And one last question for me, Aubrey. We've sitting here, we've been able to witness you for 2 years, and it's been a pleasure. Okay, you've got game. My thing is, when do you pick and choose when to take over a game? Does that come in? I know that the dynamics of a game have to be in place, but do I say I'm just going to finish the second quarter, the last 2 minutes, and go hard? Do you ever just think like that, or is it just a feel for the game?
I just sometimes when we're down, I'm like, I got to step up and pull it off for the team.
There you go. And that's what Steve and I see. We're starting to see a little bit more, especially in the huge games. Like I see Cassidy, you just kind of, the girl that was defending you, was she getting on your nerves a little bit? I see a little frustration there. Maybe.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you watched the broadcast, but Steve and I both said, you're going to wake up a sleeping bear. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And so it seems like you got way more aggressive after that and just kind of pulled away.
Yeah, I just feel like somebody makes me mad, I'd like to go harder.
There you go.
And then show them what we are about.
There you go. Represent the W, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Steve, you got anything?
I do. So for all those little fledgling Eagles out there that are wanting to be Aubrey Bridges someday, we've seen you play for a long time now and watched you develop, and your game has just continually improved. What would you say to those young ladies out there that are wanting to get better, each and every game they play?
Just go in there, go take it to the heart, to the rim, work and practice harder like you're playing in the game, so prepare you for the games.
Excellent.
Well, awesome. And Aubrey, I'm going to put you on the spot right now, okay? I got a daughter, she's in 3rd grade. I would love for she played like you. Can you teach her a few pointers maybe one day this summer, maybe?
Yeah, I got her.
All right, you got her. Well, good deal, Aubrey. Like I said, it's been Steve and I. It's been 2 years. It's been a pleasure. We forget you're just a sophomore.
Right.
You know what I mean? We do. But so last year's game, I believe it was Luther. Okay, what have we learned from that game that you're going to take into this postseason?
Just play together, and I feel like we were a little off that game.
Okay.
And then I think more prepared for that moment.
Do you feel like your experience is a little bit more, your confidence level more than last year?
Yeah, more confidence for sure.
Well, good deal. Well, we thank you for joining us, Aubrey. If Steve, you got any more questions?
That's all. That's it.
All right, we're going to be rooting for you. I just want you to understand. Relax. Enjoy this journey. Okay? Enjoy this journey. Shoot lights out if you can. But like I said, have some fun. Okay? Because these are the moments that you won't forget. So make sure that they're fun moments and just try to, bring one of those banners back for us. Okay?
I'll try.
Well, all right. Thanks, Aubrey.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good one. And that was Aubrey Bridges, Steve. That was a nice little interview with her. And now we're going to get Mr. Zero here and get a chance to corner him and ask him some questions. Mr. DeAndre Dunn is joining us right now. Point guard, shooting guard. Mr. Dunn, what's your position? Point, shooting guard, which one is it? Officially, we got you now. Are you a point guard or shooting guard?
Point guard.
You're a point guard. All right. Well, DeAndre, thanks for joining us, my man. And Steve and I, for the last 2 years, man, have just watched you develop, and so we watched you in football, just dominating football and have an even better season than basketball. The difference between last year and this year, what did you work on this summer? How it just seems like your game is just at a different, higher level. What was the most important aspect of working on your game this summer?
Mostly my driving.
You're driving? Okay. Talk about the last game in Cashion if you want to. I know you probably don't want to, but it seems like that you guys played, I thought, one of the better games of the season. And what was the difference in that game?
Well, we just came out. We wanted to beat them. And we just came out with that hatred towards them.
Yeah, exactly. That rivalry hatred.
Yes.
Now, when you're going into basketball, and I played 2 sports too, do you think about what happened in football when you go to the basketball court? Is that completely wiped out of your brain?
I just go to the next sport.
Okay, go to the next sport.
Ancient history.
Exactly. So, talk a while. Have you guys seen film on them? Are they a big team? Are they fast? Are they small? What can we look for?
They got a couple big guys. Yeah.
Okay. Are they deep? Are they a deep team? They rotate a lot, or do you not know?
No, I haven't seen them rotate that much.
Okay. Deontay, this is here is a look back on the season here. And can you share with us a couple moments that are your favorite moments from this season?
Definitely throwing the lob to
Oh, did I say it? Yes, I did say that.
Definitely that one.
Yep. And I'm going to tell you how what it looked like to me, okay? We get the steal. You guys are both in position. And I'm like, DeAndre, if he could throw that alley-oop, because I thought you was going to bounce pass it or chest pass it. But once we've seen that alley-oop, I said, we're going to have some fun this year. We're going to have some fun this year. So you guys have been able to provide us with entertainment, fun, and a lot of W's. And so I just want you to know, going into this weekend, my man, just relax and have some fun.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You got the game, you got the skills, you got 100% community behind you, 100% alumni behind you. So just relax and be you. Steve, you got anything?
One question, DeAndre. You seem to come out with a pretty consistent game, night in, night out. What's the secret to that? I mean, I played, Derek played, and we know how hard it is sometimes to get up for a game, like on a Tuesday night, and you had homework, that you had to be doing or whatever, and for some reason, it can be hard to get up. But you seem to come out and you play a consistent game every time we see you play. How do you do that?
Well, every morning, I just thank the Lord that He wakes me up and just pray that I have a good game.
Amen.
I like that.
I do too.
And DeAndre, we got you on TV right now, and so there's this buzz in the community. And I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, which way are you leaning as far as college football, basketball? Have we even thought about that, or talk to us a little about what's going on in the head of DeAndre Dunn? Tell the nation what's going on, DeAndre.
That's the hardest question you've asked me. I don't even know yet.
You don't know, still don't know? Okay, well, whatever you do, whatever choice you make, it's probably going to be the right one for some team next year. So, like I said, it's just been a pleasure. As alumni, you've made our jobs that much easier, being able to cover you and some of the, athletic and dynamic things you can do on the basketball court. So, like I said, I speak for all alumni. Let's go out, get this W and try to bring one of them banners back.
Yes, sir.
And this is your chance for a shout out. Is there anybody out there you want to give thanks to that, kind of made a difference for you this year that gave it a reason for you to come out and play so freely?
Definitely my mother.
Okay, and mom's name is?
Heather Ross.
Hi, Heather. Thank you, Miss Ross. And anybody else?
Dolores Green.
Dolores Green, okay. And who is Dolores Green?
My great-grandma.
Great-grandma, I like that. Yeah, my great-grandmother, too. She was my biggest fan as well. Well, DeAndre, we're going to let you go. Be with your teammates right now, like I said.
Yes,
and we could grab you after a game or two here in the playoffs. So if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, we'd love to.
Yeah, so if, Steve, you don't have anything, we'll let Mr. Dunn.
Yep, I think we're ready.
Go get ready for Saturday.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck, man. Go
Thank
get
you.
him. Yep. Not bad, Steve.
Hey, do you guys want me to grab you guys some pizza? Like, 'cause the kids
I'm good.
I'm good.
So I want to give you a box if you want a box.
I'll take a box. Yeah.
Cheese sauce.
Derek, we've got
Cheese. Yep.
Landry Hussey.
Landry, all right. Come on in and join us. Landry Hussey. How are you, Landry?
I'm good.
Good. Landry, Landry's a senior, correct?
Yes, she is.
All right. So our senior year going into the postseason here, Landry. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty confident. We've been working hard in practice, so I think it's going to come good for us, and I think we'll feel like we'll be ready for Saturday, especially.
Good deal. Tonkawa, have you heard anything? You saw film on Tonkawa. Are they fast, big, slow? In your opinion, what's the plan of attack?
Personally, I feel like they're all the same. Like, they all look generally the same. They come off the bench the same. So I feel like if we just go out how we've been going out every single game,
right.
Just go get them. We'll be all right.
Gotcha. Well, Steve and I, we were covering you earlier on this year. Of course, we covered your sister. Of course, we know your dad, and that, it just seems to me like with your dad being a coach, were you a gym rat growing up? Were you always in the gym? That's what we figured. We did. So that helps you a lot out here on the court too as well with that experience. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Steve, you got anything for Landry?
So we've seen a lot more aggressive play this year, and you're already a pretty aggressive player, but we've seen a lot more aggressive play this year than years prior. What's kind of spurred you into that? Is it the experience of being a senior?
Yeah, I would say the experience, and I'm way more confident this year. Feel confident with the players around me, the trust, the chemistry, it all goes well, and I know once I drive, if I don't finish, they've got my back on the other side.
Exactly.
Coach Campo pushing me, Coach Fu, attack the rim, go get it, and so they have confidence, helps me out, and I just feel more confident, willing to go get baskets.
Awesome. So I'm going to take us back for just a moment to the game where we interviewed Coach Campo right over there on the stage. And one of the things, you may not have heard this, you may have listened to the interview, I don't know, but one of the things she said when we asked her, what's making the difference with this team? And she said, they're all friends.
Mm-hmm.
They love each other is what she said.
She said the word love.
Yeah, she said they love each other. They're friends.
Love, and that you don't hear a lot.
No, you don't. And we've talked about that quite a bit. That's something that you don't get with every team. How does that feel to be a part of a team that's really that close?
I mean, it feels like family. Every day we come into practice, I feel like I'm at home with my siblings, and we fight and argue, but we all connect at the end, and it feels really good, and it definitely helps us out on the court a lot. So
that's really awesome.
That is Landry. This is a kind of a look back to kind of go over the entire season this year. If there was one moment or one sequence or one period in this season that you can remember, that you would call it your one of your favorite moments, you want to share that with us if you thought about it, what would that be?
Probably we played in the Quail tournament against Okarche, our third time against Okarche, actually, and we had taken 2 losses to them. So winning the third time felt really good, and I just felt like everyone had each other's back. We all just 100% went out and proved that we were the better team all around. And
your leadership shines, and it does by example. We want to commend you that. It's an important time of the season coming up here on Saturday. Does the mental aspect change for you?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I think I stay positive with each other.
Gotcha.
Try not to get down. Don't stress. Just go get it and be yourself, because it's gonna work out.
Hey,
in the end.
Steve and I see that. We see you on the top of that press, and we just know we feel sorry for those ladies. You know? That's a tough job right there. Having you with your length and size, experience, over the ball, playing great defense like that. So, I just want you to know the journey you're about to go on is going to be a journey that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. If Steve and I can tell you one thing: have fun, enjoy it, understand the community of Watonga's behind you. Alumni's behind you, okay? Go out, relax, have fun, and hey, it's all about the W right now. So good luck. And if there's a shout out, you want to give a shout out to anybody that's kind of been influential with you this season, the floor is yours. You're on national TV.
Shout out to my sister. Love you.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Landry.
All right.
Good luck. Who else we got, Steve?
Well, I'm going to look at Coach Cole and see if he's got a recommendation.
Let's. You want to get Devin Wilson?
Yep, that sounds good.
Coach Cole.
Coach Cole.
Coach Cole. Coach Cole. Devin. Yeah, the short Devin, our playmaker here.
Yep.
Enjoyed watching him develop over the last 2 years, huh, Steve? We'll get kind of a little bit of Mr. Wilson. How you doing, Devin? Go ahead and put the headsets on. Go ahead and tell the Eagle Nation your phone number, your full name, and what position are you? 1, 2, 3. What are you, Devin?
I'm a shooting guard.
You're a shooting guard, so you'd be a 2 then, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, Devin. We've had the pleasure, Steve and I, of watching you grow these last 2 years, and you're a pleasure to watch, my man. We like your game, and tough game against Cashion.
Yeah.
What can we look forward to coming up in the playoffs? You got anything special for us coming up, Devin?
Just a lot of defense.
Lots of defense. I like that. I like that.
I mean, defense is the key to us going all the way. So
Okay.
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Exactly. We asked Coach Gallagher earlier to spot a two-way player for us to watch, and your name came up. Probably one of the first ones, am I right, Steve?
Yep.
And so you take a lot of pride in defense. Tell us a little bit about how you play defense.
It's just all about effort, to be honest. It's just move your feet, keep your hands up, and contest a shot.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Devin, we're gonna. This is to look back of the whole season. What if you had one moment you would call your favorite moment, or it could be a period, or any spot of the game? Share with us a little bit, and let's talk about it.
Favorite moment has to be that Hennessy game at home.
Okay.
It was just really loud. It was high. Overtime, we got that alley-oop dunk in.
Right, exactly. Electrifying in here, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was crazy.
That's right. Do you got anything?
I don't
Steve?
know that the crowd could, that the online audience could hear anything that Derek and I were saying, because we were right down there in front of the student section, and they were bringing the house down.
Yeah, they were going all the way in. All the way.
Exactly. Devin, you've been, there's been DeAndre Dunn, and Steve and I have said this, all year long. Once your points are there and defense is there, we're a dangerous team, to stop. When DeAndre's going through his night and he's having a good night, you being a sidekick, what is it for you? Do you just focus on defense, let him do his thing, or do you know you need to add more points to help him?
To be honest, when I know DeAndre's hot, I try to get him more shots.
There you go.
And then after I get him more shots, it's all about defense, really.
Okay.
And after defense turns into more offense.
Right.
That's what I look for.
So I love those words right there. Defense turns into more offense.
Yep.
When I played, I loved playing defense. That was my shtick, man. That was my thing. I was a shooting guard too, but defense is where I focused because I felt like I was a better defender than I was anything. Watching you play, I can't say that your defense is better than your offense. Your offense is better than your defense.
Steve, exactly.
I wouldn't be able to pick one, Devin, but being a defensive player, I like to talk about and watch great defense, right? And to watch your defense, it's suffocating and it's fast. You move your feet well. How did you learn, how to be a great defender? How'd that come about?
Honestly, last year I don't know what happened, but out of nowhere I just got really, really fast. And Coach Graham really taught me how to move my feet and step over.
Right.
And showed me how to put my hands up, because I really didn't know the fundamentals of basketball back in my freshman and sophomore year. So that junior year, I really learned a lot of things from Coach Graham.
Yeah. You mean you didn't learn it from Grandma Rita?
Oh,
I was sitting there going outside her house for years, my man. I know you grew up on that. Am I right, Devin?
Like 3 basketball goals.
Exactly. Well, like I said to the DeAndre and the girls team, this journey you're about to start on Saturday, man. Go out, enjoy it for one, because this is one you're going to, remember for a long time. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if I can leave you with anything, just continue to be that mid-range assassin, my man. Yep. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think you got a nice mid-range game, and that's going to come in handy because, a lot of attention will be paid on number 0. And I think you can just really produce for us, in the mid-range shot.
I really do feel like there's going to be a huge opportunity for you to break one open.
Yep.
I know you did already, at least once in the season.
Yeah.
It's really kind of cool watching Austin get one and you get one like that, just boom, boom, one game after another.
Exactly.
It really seemed like, wow. These guys are kind of taking over the team here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're still waiting for all of us to hit.
Yep.
Like all of us double figures. Laren getting his 10 rebounds.
Exactly.
Get Big O in there.
Exactly. Well, hey, you get your opportunity on Saturday night, my man, and we're going to be all behind you, okay, Devin? Like I said, man, have fun, enjoy it, shoot that mid-range shot. Do you understand what I'm saying? Play that great defense, and understand Eagle Nation is behind you.
That's right.
All right, my man?
Yep.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Devin.
Have a good one, ball. All right. What are you seeing over there, Steve?
Well, I was looking down there a minute ago. I think we've got Asia and
that's Asia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's she at?
Sitting right there on those seats right there beside you, to your left.
Yeah, number 23 will be coming on your screen. Hello, Asia. How are you? Good. Go ahead and put your headphones on. Headphones. I can't talk today. Headphones on. Asia, thanks for joining us. This is a look back at the season, okay? So it's kind of a look back at the season, the preview of what's going to happen in the postseason. And Steve and I have enjoyed, for the last 2 years, watching you, and seeing you develop. But for some reason, you slowed down this year when shooting the ball. Is that something that you worked on the summer with, or did someone teach you that? Where did that development come from? You're not as much in a hurry as you were last year. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
I kind of rather just move the ball better because when we have our good ball movement, good things happen for us. So I just, preach that and just wait for a good shot to come because we have shooters. So I don't want to really take shots that are rushed,
Right. Well, good. And like I said, it's been fun to watch. Steve, you got any questions for
Well, so I would like to just affirm and encourage you. We've been watching you, and this year, seeing you pick your shots and take them and make them so much has been a lot of fun. And I really am looking forward to seeing more of what you've got, to bring to the team in the playoffs. I think you've really stepped up the last few games and been a force handling the ball and helping the girls, the team get the ball down the court. So just a little bit for the little Eagles that are coming up out there that want to learn how to handle the ball, want to learn how to shoot the 3-ball. Any tips there?
Some advice. Okay, so this summer I actually had cones and just worked on my ball handling because I play AAU ball in the summer.
Yeah.
And, that's a whole different game, so I just wanted to get better at my dribbling and my handoff, so I just did zigzag with cones, different moves and stuff.
Okay, so you basically put on your own little skills camp for yourself.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, hey, I got $100. I got a 3rd grader you can help.
Yeah.
She looks up to you, too. So if you got time this summer, you can put her on some cones, okay?
Sure.
That's real talk. That's real talk. So, like I said, coming up on Saturday, Tonkawa. Do you know anything about Tonkawa coming up?
We know Tonkawa likes to, crash the boards hard, so we just got to block out. That's one of our main goals, just blocking out.
Okay. Yeah, rebounding and playing tough, solid defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got anything different to show us coming up for the postseason? Does the mentality change, or you just kind of take it and approach it just like a regular season game?
No, most definitely not. I'm trying to go hard as
there
ever,
you go. There you go.
I'm just trying to get out there and just all of us mesh how we were in the beginning. We kind of fell off, for a minute there, but we're getting it back. And I just know once we're all on the same page, things will go good for us.
Good deal. And we can't wait. Asia, I'm going to get off basketball for a minute. Coach Gallagher, a friend requested me about a month ago, 2 months ago, and I'm going through his page. And we have been going to meetings, the community's been going to meetings for about the last 3 months, talking about the school bond. And I seen a video of you describing the school bond, and I just want to say that was what's up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was very good, perfect, intelligent, dynamic, and you might have a career in acting if you ever thought about it. You know what I mean? Because that was very entertaining. So, like I said, we're just getting geared up, ready for the playoffs. Like I said, you've come a long way from last year. We're confident that you're going to come and shoot lights out this weekend, next weekend. You know. But like I was telling everybody else, this journey coming up is going to be one you're going to, remember for a long time.
Right.
Make sure you have some fun, relax, understand the community of Watonga's behind you, alumni's behind you, and go out and just relax. Here's your opportunity, National TV, to give a shout out. Is anybody that's been influential with you this season that you want to give a shout out to, say hi to?
I just want to shout out to my mom. She's just been helping me through it, and yeah, shout out to my mom and grandma.
Mom and grandma, I love that. I love that. Yep. Well, good job, Mom and Grandma. Number 23 right here has been a pleasure for us to watch. So thank you. Asia, we'll let you get back with your friends, let you get prepared for Saturday, and we can't ready to watch it.
All right,
thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Asia.
Thank you. See you. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Asia.
Who we got here, Steve?
We got AJ Mata.
AJ Mata. Come on in, Mr. Mata. How are you doing? AJ Mata. How are you, my man?
Good, I'm good.
Oh, we have fun covering you.
Mic up by your mouth if you would.
There you go. Fun covering you. We have fun covering. Every time we see you coming again, we notice just this burst of energy that's coming in the game. Do you understand that role? And do you like that role, AJ?
Yeah, I do like that role. Coach Cole was telling me, sometimes somebody's got to be the dirty dog. And
there you go. There you go. There you go. Good deal.
So we've talked some, AJ, about, on any given team, unfortunately, you have to pick 5, right? Yeah. And I think for Derek and I, that would be so difficult with this group, picking who those 5 would be, because any of you guys can step in and have a very large effect on the game just by your presence. And we both talked about how I think in almost any other school in Western Oklahoma you'd start, right? And unfortunately somebody had to pick. You're filling a role right now of coming in off the bench, but you're given great minutes. How do you get yourself up each night in, night out for being that 6th man that comes in and really produces for the team?
Just practicing. Practicing is really all I can do. I'm not very a good ball handler, but I
think we would tend to disagree with that. We've seen you do some amazing things.
I've done a couple
protecting
things.
the ball.
I get lucky sometimes. I have a lot of turnovers. I'm trying to work on that. But going for loose balls is my thing.
There you go. And rebounding, and you, like Steve said, give yourself a little bit more credit. We had the nice pressure shot you shot the other night against.
Yeah, we've seen you right down the middle of the paint going up against the big boys.
Exactly. You stepped right in and took that shot, my man. So, I love teammates like you. I love players like you. I love playing with guys like you because, you can always depend. You're going to give 100%. You know what I mean? You're going to give 100%. But I'll go back to what Steve said. How do you stay ready on the bench? Is it something? Is there a certain spot on the bench you like to sit at? Is a certain player? For me, I had to have a certain player next to me when I was coming off the bench, just to kind of keep me focused in the game. Is that kind of how you approach it too as well?
Kind of how I sit on the bench is I have one seat I sit in, and I want the next 2 next to me empty.
Okay.
And when my boys make a shot, I get hyped.
There you go.
It gets me built up until I go into the game and let all that energy out, and then build it back up when I sit back down.
I like it. I like it.
I do
like it. Steve, anything?
So it's been a lot of fun watching you play this year. Any shout outs to the little Eagles out there? What you would tell them for advice on how to be a great Eagle someday?
Just stay in the gym, stay in school, keep your grades up, and you'll be good.
Love it. Great advice right there, folks.
Exactly. AJ Mata, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be on your TV screen on Saturday.
Yep.
He'll come off the bench and bring some pressure. So, AJ, we're excited. And like I was telling everybody else, enjoy this journey. It's one that you're going to remember for a long time, probably the rest of your life. So have some fun, relax, and just bring home that W. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, thanks for joining us, AJ. Have a good one, boss. Well, Steve, I think we touched just about everything.
I think we have. I was kind of wanting to grab Mary Barton if we could.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
What do you think? You ready?
Hey, let's.
All right.
She's up.
Mary.
Hey, Mary, bring that with you now. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. She's got a.
Oh, we got Austin here too.
We got Austin. Okay.
So, tell you what. Yeah. So
Austin, hold tight real quick.
Yeah. Just 1 second. Let's grab Mary here, and we'll get you in a second, Austin.
Exactly. Come on in, Mary. Go ahead and put your headphones on. Thanks for joining us, Mary Barton. How are you? I feel like, Stephen, I was telling Steve, we've covered you for the last 2 years, and it just feels like I know you, but this is the first time ever meeting you. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And this is a preview of what's going to happen coming up in the tournament this next couple weeks, hopefully 3 weeks for you guys, and also look back at the season, what happened this year.
Yeah.
And one thing that Steve and I really noticed, from the side of this year, is just the last couple of weeks, last couple of games, you have just been dominating the boards offensively and defensively. And where's that energy coming from, Mary?
Our team, we really feed off each other's energy. So, whenever they're all hyping us up and everything, I just really feed off other people's energy a lot.
Good. And then just bring that to the court. Steve and I say it all the time. We say it on the drives up when we come to the game. Is she going to dribble, drive, and go to the bucket this game? You know what I mean? To us, that is your specialty.
Yes, it is.
Is getting fouled, getting to the rim, and going to make it free throws. It's just every time I see you get the ball, I'm just anticipating it. And I'm not trying to tell you how to change your game.
Yeah.
But, when the game gets tough, go ahead and take that drive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, again, this right here was, for you guys tonight, and just to kind of say thank you. We've really enjoyed watching you. Steve, you got anything else? I know Steve has watched you. Listen, Steve has watched you, I guess, since here. Am I right?
Yeah,
okay. Ever since here. So every time you're out on the court, you make a bucket. I mean, the level of excitement in his voice just goes way high.
Well, and part of that's because you're an aggressive player, and I've always so admired, really aggressive players. One of the things I wanted to ask you about tonight is, for a long time through junior high and last year, you were really aggressive, and sometimes you'd get in foul trouble. This year, you seem to have brought that. The level of aggression has not gone down, but you're not getting the fouls. So you've somehow found a way to harness and control all that energy that you package up. How have you done it?
I was really working more on my defense in practice, and it's really good when you have teammates who push you.
Right.
Whenever they're on offense and you're on defense, it's really good when they push you, and all of our defensive drills that we do so that we don't get all of those fouls.
So learning how to still be that aggressive defender but not get the fouls.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And it shows, too. It does. It shows, too. The last win against Cashion, how did that make you feel?
Oh, it's always good to beat Cashion. It's always good to beat Cashion.
It is. And it's always.
Derek and I were talking earlier about how even if it was checkers, we want to beat Cashion.
Everything.
Well, good deal, Mary. So you're looking forward for this weekend?
Yes.
You going to show us anything different coming up for the playoffs? Does the mentality change? Compared to last year, do you turn your game? How do you turn your game up a little bit higher to another level come playoff time? In your opinion, we've all been there, but I'd like to just see how you're going to approach this.
It's really just to let that be my main focus.
Okay.
And leave it all out there for
our
seniors and do it for them, really.
I like that, Steve.
Good deal. I do too.
I like that.
And we've got a lot of fun basketball to watch, in the next couple of years from Mary Barton. We got basketball. And so we're just looking forward to, spending time watching you play basketball, watching you play the game you love. So
exactly, Mary. And like I said, this is to look back. What's one of your, special? What are one of your favorite moments this year in the season that you can kind of share with us and we can talk about a little bit?
It would probably be when we got beat by by Okarche.
Okay.
2 times, and then we finally came back and we beat them.
Took the Quail tournament.
Yes.
Hey, that's the third person who said it. That's right. Am I right?
Yep.
That was a huge win.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
That one's my
exactly. And we were so proud of you guys. You stood up to the bully. You didn't back down. You showed a lot of heart. And that's who we are. You guys are bringing that tradition back around here, and it's just so fun to have. You got the community talking about you guys, and so continue the great work. Okay. You're on national TV here.
Oh, goodness.
All right. There's one shout out. Would you like to give anybody a shout? Who's helped you this year? Anybody that kind of stands out that you can tell the community about? And I'd like to give a thank you to?
One of our seniors, Landry Hussey.
Landry Hussey, okay.
Yes. She's always there to answer any questions. Just if you're down, she's always the one to pick you back up. And
being a good leader, huh?
Yes,
yeah,
really,
being
really
a true leader. Nice, I like that. Well, Mary, I'm going to say this, and I said this to all you guys. This journey you're going to come up on starting on Saturdays, one you're not going to forget. So enjoy it, relax, go have fun, but above all, bring home that W.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we wish you luck and go get them.
Thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you, Mary.
Yeah, we're good. Oh, well, we got one more. Sorry.
We got one more?
Mr. Reyes. Our sharpshooter, Steve.
Yep.
Here he comes. Austin, come on in. Have a seat, my man. I didn't realize he was this tall. Austin, how you doing, my man? Go ahead and put the headphones on. Tell the Eagle Nation your position, your grade level, and just say hi to whoever you want to out there right now.
I'm number 2, and I'm a senior, and just want to say hi to all my family out there.
There you go.
All right.
And Reyes, we Steve and I both, man. I mean, you've given us 2 years of just, fun basketball to watch. You're a fun player to watch. We love to see you shoot. You know what I mean? If they could take a difference between last year going into playoffs and then this year, in your opinion, what's the biggest difference for your team, for our team?
Well, last year we didn't really have depth in our bench.
Okay.
And, my season got cut short, way into the.
And I forgot about that. That's right. I forgot about that.
And that's what our Coach Grant was talking about. He was like, if our playoff standings would have been way different if we had more players healthy.
Right. That's a great perspective, and that's real talk too. That's real. How's the body feeling now going into this year?
It's feeling pretty good. I'm sore after every game, but the next day, 2 days after, I do good.
Steve has been asking a couple of your teammates, this question. I love the question. And especially speaking to you, you're probably the best shooter on the team. I would say 3-point shooter, marksman. For the little Eagles out there, how much do you practice your shot? How many shots do you put up a week? How many shots do you put up in practice? How do you work on your craft? Are you comfortable sharing with us what you do to become that shooter to when we get the ball, everybody and holds their breath and waits to explode?
Well, last year before I got hurt, I shot probably around 400 or 500 threes after every practice.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
That's where, I got my 3-point percentage so high, but when I got hurt, I couldn't really do much. So that's why it took me a while to get into rhythm again.
Okay.
I was out of rhythm because I didn't practice for 9 months, so it was kind of hard.
Yeah, Steve and I were glad to see you get back into rhythm too.
Yep, we sure were.
Steve, you got anything?
Well, so Austin, one of the things we've been asking everybody that's sat here in this chair that you're sitting in, we've been asking them about their favorite moment of the season. We're going to get to that in just a minute, so I'm going to let you think about it for just a second. But I'm going to tell you, Derek hasn't ever bothered asking me mine yet. All right, so I'm going to tell it right now. Mine was the night you dropped 29.
Yes.
Out there on
Absolutely.
from the 3-point arc.
Absolutely.
It was a favorite game more than it was a favorite moment because I know how well you can shoot. I saw it last year. I knew it was there the whole time. And to see you really, come out and drop all those points, and really come on like I knew you could do. How'd that feel?
It felt amazing. I couldn't explain it because I don't know, because it's kind of funny because before that game I was it did not feel well at all. At all. Devin was how is you feeling so terrible and then come out here and almost drop 30 points?
Sometimes that seems like the way it is. I had a game like that when I was in high school, and I wasn't feeling well, and I went out and I had a career night. And I think it takes your mind off of the game a little bit, and you're thinking about other things,
exactly.
and the game just comes to you then.
Exactly. Yeah, that was one night, man. That was an amazing night seeing you play. And I'm telling you, Mr. Reyes, when you catch fire, the whole crowd catches fire. You know what I mean? It's just as impactful as a slam dunk.
Yeah.
So you're a great shooter, and if I had any advice to you going into this tournament, trust your shot. Okay, you're confident. Don't hesitate. But this journey you're going to come on, we're about to take on Saturday, you're going to remember this for the rest of your life. So have fun. Don't take it too serious. But just be you. Play your game, and I think you'll do fine.
I do want to ask him, though, what is your favorite moment from the season?
It'd have to be the Moreland game.
Yeah.
Either that or Crescent. Crescent is where I caught my rhythm back. And
right.
Exactly.
That's one of the things that I've enjoyed the most is watch you shoot in rhythm. When you catch the ball and your feet fall 1-2 right in front of that 3-point line, and I see you stare down the basket, see the shot come off your fingertips. It's a thing of beauty to watch, from afar. And I don't know how to replicate it, if it was me, but for you, do more of that.
Exactly. You play great defense too, and just a good overall basketball player. So like I said, take confidence into this weekend. Understand you got the shot, you can shoot it. You know what I mean, and you guys will be fine. So Austin, we want to thank you for joining us. It's the first time we had you on. Won't be the last. We could grab you after a game, after one of them big games coming up here in the next couple of weeks. You come join us if you'd like to. But again, enjoy what's coming up, man. You got the full support of the Watonga community, full support of the alumni. Okay, we're all behind you, and we just want to see good things happen for you, my man. All right, so thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll let you get back with your friend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Austin.
Have a good one.
Right. Well, Derek, I think we're about done here tonight. Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up, Steven. This was fun, my man.
It was.
Getting to know these guys, getting to know these guys outside just calling the game, getting to know them a little bit and sitting next to our team. And I tell you what, they look ready, Steve.
They do. I think there's a lot of focus here. And, man, I feel sorry for Tonkawa already.
Me too.
I wouldn't want to walk into this arena and play these Eagles either team.
No, not at all.
It's going to be a fight. And it's going to be fun to watch. And I'm looking forward to it.
And Eagle Nation, I mean, like I said it on Tuesday. Saturday, come watch this team. We're here in Watonga. It's crazy. It gets loud. Our student section is better than ever right now. There's an electric energy here just all around the town. So if you get a chance, come on out, support your Eagles. Or if not, listen to us, Steve and I
on the broadcast. We'll be there.
TownEagles.tv.
So, folks, you heard the times a little bit ago. We're going to re-announce them here. It's going to be 6:30 for the girls' game, 8 o'clock for the boys' game. That'll be your district tournament. The way this works is both teams will move on to regionals at the 2A level.
Yep.
And then the regional tournament will be at Fairview. And we're planning on both Eagle teams making it all the way through the regional tournament as regional champions and moving into the area tournament at Hennessy. So 6:30 and 8 Saturday night. Come on out.
Come on out and see us, Steve. Another great job, partner.
That's right. You too, Derek.
All right, man.
WatongaEagles.tv, everybody.
Oh yeah, baby.